What up and welcome to Rama Screen YouTube channel, and here's my review of Challengers. Let's rock this. Okay, so I did not know what to expect prior to screening this film, and I was never really a fan of tennis, really. The only previous tennis movies I saw were Wimbledon and King Richard, both of which I enjoyed, but man, nothing prepared me for what I saw in Challengers. Because this movie is wild, wild, wild. The way it seamlessly juxtaposes the competitive cutthroat nature of tennis battle with the competitive cutthroat nature of bros before hoes is insanely entertaining. Now, the use of the electronic music in this film does get a bit jarring at times. It's basically director Luca Guadagnino's way of intensifying several scenes by using the same tunes again and again. So I understand the purpose, but some of those scenes could have done without drowning out the voices. But overall, Challengers is a steamy, spicy love triangle firecracker with awkwardly funny, razor-sharp dialogues. Zendaya is incredibly sexy in this film, seductive to the bone. This is the most daring performance she's ever pulled. She is very comfortable in her own skin. I mean, who knew that tennis could be so erotic? From visionary filmmaker Luca Guadagnino, Challenger stars Zendaya as Tashi Duncan, a former tennis prodigy turned coach and a force of nature who makes no apologies for her game on and off the court. Married to a champion on a losing streak, Tashi's strategy for her husband's redemption takes a surprising turn when he must face off against the washed-up Patrick, his former best friend and Tashi's former boyfriend. As their past and presents collide and tensions run high, Tashi must ask herself, what will it cost to win? Starring Zendaya, Josh O'Connor, and Mike Feist. Hey, please click the join button below to become Rama Screen members. By doing so, you will help support this channel and you'll also get lots of perks. So click on the link below to join Rama Screen membership today. I am a big fan of broken/explosive relationship dramas. By that I mean films like Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf or Marriage Story. You know what I mean, right? And with Challengers, screenwriter Justin Kuritzkes has unlocked a way to dive deep into similar couples dynamics by way of sport. So the tennis thing is not simply just a character's profession or a shared passion, which it is in this case, but it's also the thing that lights the fire under them and drives a wedge between them, between somebody who lives vicariously through her husband because her own dream was shattered, and a husband who wants to move on from his career, and an arrogant ex still holding on to unrealized dream. And then we see the arc of how much they've changed or not changed over the years that causes them to be either resentful or more combative. It's such a fully developed, fully thought out script filled with the ups and down emotional roller coaster ride and verbal jabs that come across as intimate and personal. Speaking of intimate, I know a lot of audiences are gonna watch this movie because they are curious about that threesome scene. Well, I'm here to tell you that while it is hot, it's actually meant to be more playful, as opposed to something along the lines of Basic Instinct. So, it's not softcore porn. Sorry to disappoint you. But nonetheless, it is a memorable scene and the three actors execute it well. Bravely, I might add. It's clever, it's hysterical, and I just love it. Director Luca Guadagnino is not one to ever shy away from stories that explore sexuality, if you've seen his previous movies before in the past. And with Challengers, while it may not be all that graphic this time around, he did do a wonderful job with the use of lighting and style and pacing and the frames in order to navigate how the emotional tension bounces off of these three characters in the same way the ball bounces off from one side of the court to the other. Zendaya's character, Tashi, is the very definition of a man-eater, the kind that uses somebody, chews them up and spits them out, but it's all wrapped in this strong, angry, highly motivated athlete, and Zendaya embodies all of those nuances to perfection. The facial expressions and the reactions that Zendaya gives off in this film are absolutely precise and absolutely spot on. Every last one of them. She hits the target every single time. And while I am not familiar with Mike Face and Josh O'Connor's previous body of work, both actors are equally superb at going toe-to-toe with Zendaya. Mike and Josh's cocky attitudes are magnetic. Clearly, all three actors either have some tennis background or they did some tennis bootcamp training for these roles, but you can't tell the difference because they look very convincing on the screen. So yeah, overall I give Challengers the rating of 4 out of 5. I'm not sure if you can categorize this as your typical sports movie, because it really is more than that if you think about it. There's a bit of bromance. There's a bit of Yoko Ono effect. It's scandalous, it's provocative, it's confrontational, and it's oh so juicy. Challengers is irresistible.